Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome back to the podcast. I am so excited. Hopefully, this episode actually records better. Last week, I said we were going to be on YouTube. And here's the thing, I live in the country and I have farm internet. And I have to switch my internet when I want to do video recordings. And so, anyways, lucky me, I forgot to switch the internet and the video quality it wasn't going to cut it. It was so fuzzy, like there was no way I could even post that on YouTube. So, we actually switched the internet today. We are so excited for this. We are ready to dive in. So, we're going to go through some life updates as per usual this week, introduce today's sponsor, and get into today's episode because we have some really good stuff to talk about. You guys have been asking me so many good questions, especially with all the buzz that's been happening in my world lately, all the wins. My wins literally feel like they're on steroids right now. My business growth feels like it's on steroids. Even Matt's made some comments. He's like, okay, there's a lot happening here. And I'm like, no, I know there's a lot happening. So you guys have been asking some really good questions. I want to break down where you need to start when you're actually injecting a lot of growth inside your business and when you're looking to start winning on steroids in all the areas. So we're going to talk about all of that today. So let's get into the life updates. As you guys know, I just mentioned this. I have started a YouTube channel, which is so exciting. I've got that link down in the description of this podcast episode. If you guys want and you're listening to this on your favorite podcasting platform, you can head over to YouTube and watch the video version if you want. See me here chatting with you guys in my cute little office. We ran into a couple of hiccups last week, and you guys, this is normal. And I wanted to bring this up because yeah, it's kind of like a weird life update, but there's such a good business lesson in this, and that is taking messy action. When I stopped waiting in my business, my results stopped waiting. And what I mean by that is I used to wait for things to be perfect. Like, is this lighting situation today perfect if you're watching over on YouTube? No. Is my hair perfect today? No. Is my outfit the way I wanted it to be? No. I'm actually also starting to record my vlog and film some vlog footage, and I am like fumbling my way through it today. Today is my first day filming and I am a mess. Like, I really feel like a baby deer that's trying to walk for its very first time, okay? But when I stopped waiting in business, my results stopped waiting. And I hope that someone hears this differently today and starts to take different action inside of their business because of it. So is my YouTube channel perfect? No. Did I get it up last week like I wanted to, like I said I was going to? No. Like the video could not go up. Like it didn't work on my internet. Is the intro that we've created for the YouTube channel my final one that I want? No. Is it hella weird recording myself right now? Absolutely. But I'm still taking the action. And because I'm not waiting, the universe isn't waiting to deliver my results either. And so I really want you guys to be able to move with that differently. Like I said, I have started filming my vlog too, which is so exciting. I am so excited to have fun over there, you guys. It has been on my list to do a YouTube channel for like 3 years now, more than that. I don't know, you have to ask some of my mentors. Like literally from day one, I've been like, I want a YouTube channel, but I've been really nervous. Like it's one thing to get on your Instagram stories. Like it's a whole other thing to like film yourself and your day and like film you all the time in like all the angles, like on a video for people to just like watch all the time. Like it's definitely a weird concept. So I'm really excited for this though. It's just going to be an extra space to show you guys more of my life and dive into more topics together, show more of the farm life. It's going to be really fun over there. So the YouTube channel is linked in the description in this podcast episode. If you are listening to our podcast on your favorite players, Apple Podcasts, Spotify podcasts, you guys know the drill. And if you are watching this over on YouTube and you want to catch my podcasts on those platforms, make sure you go check everything out. Everything will be linked in all the proper places for you guys. So as you may know from last week, if you follow me over on Instagram, my garden was trampled, trampled. And what ended up happening is a cow got out, So for those of you that don't know or you're new here, welcome. First of all, I'm so excited to have you here in our family. I live on a farm. So I had the bougie boss babe life, I had the condo life, and then I moved to my boyfriend's sixth generation farm. And here we are. So a cow got out. We have dairy cows, okay? A cow got out, which happens, but never in this area of our property ever. So this cow gets out, and Matt and I are having breakfast, and he's looking out our window and he's like, "Oh my god," like into our backyard where my garden is. And he knows how much time I've spent on this. Like it's been like a fun pet project for me, and I'm really excited to like get good at something else and like have something else to focus on this summer and just like grow my own food and know how to do that. And he's looking at the window and he's like, "Oh my God." And he runs outside, and I turn around and there's a cow in the middle of my garden. And I'm like, which would be fine, you guys. Everyone's like, just replant it. Okay, but I grew these seedlings, these little baby tomato plants and baby pepper plants, like since February. I've been growing them inside. Like, this is not like a quick redo situation, okay? I spent so much time doing this, okay? And it would have been cheaper to go buy the seedlings somewhere else and let someone else grow them for me, but that wasn't the point. Like, I wanted to learn how to do this and actually know how to do this, okay? This cow's trampling everything. And I'm like, so we go out, get her put back in the place that she needs to be because it's dangerous. You can't have cows running around. Like, imagine you were driving, there's a cow running around. It's dangerous. You can't do that. So we get the cow back in, continue on with our breakfast. What keeps happening? This cow keeps getting out like literally 5 times. 5 times. I'm not even exaggerating. So my garden was trampled, and we had a massive pity party, okay? A massive pity party on day one. By the end of day one, I had come around to it and I was just like, I am not accepting defeat. Like, this is my project for the summer. I'm going to replant. I'm going to get some extra plants, go lean on some other great farmers, buy the seedlings from them, adopt some new baby tomato plants, and continue on going from here. So, my point here is we are allowed to give ourselves a pity party, but we are also going to pick ourselves back up, okay? So, cow number 406, her and I have some beef right now. We are not friends. But we're back. We've planted the garden so far, fingers crossed. No other cows have gotten out and trampled it. I am considering putting a fence around it, 6 feet tall, keep everybody fucking out. But like, who wants to put a 6 foot tall fence in their backyard? And to be completely honest, you guys, that's not going to keep a cow out. So we'll see. We'll see. Everyone always laughs when they're like, they hear my story of being like a boss babe, condo life, moving to the farm. But I do want to say, like, this life isn't 100% foreign to me. My dad actually grew up on a farm. So, like, my family background is farming. I did not grow up on a farm. We did not. We had like suburban life. But this isn't like entirely foreign to me, okay? So like it's like halfway. Like, I half know what I'm doing sometimes. I've grown a garden before. I have spent summers on my grandma's farm. Like, I sort of know what's going on, but it's going to be fun to follow along with the journey. We are here now a year. I've lived here over a year, which is insane, but we're going to show more of that over on YouTube in the vlog. That's the plan. It's going to be so much fun. Also, one of my clients and good friends sent me the coolest like chicken egg stand, roadside stand, if you will. It was a reel on Instagram. And now I am on the hunt to make the most badass sweet corn stand ever. And we shall see what I convince Matt of, but that's another thing I'm working on right now. We do a little sweet corn roadside stand, and it's actually just become such a fun project for us. So maybe I will film that over on the YouTube channel and get you guys all filled in on all of that. It's a project that we love doing, and it's been so fun for us to do as a couple, but also we love to get our nieces and nephews involved. And it's really rewarding for us to be able to teach them things and help them like build a cute little business for themselves and make a little bit of money. Like, you don't make any money from this. You actually don't profit from this, which is like wild and a whole other topic we will unpack someday. But we're not doing it for the money, and it's really exciting. And now I'm all pumped to make the most badass sweet corn stand. So stay tuned. Follow me over on Instagram for updates on that. If you have cool ideas for me, send them in. and we'll vlog about it. We will vlog. That's really hard to say. We will vlog about it. I got to get used to saying that. Anyways, today's sponsor, you guys, is my audience growth guide. You guys have been snagging this, and I love to see it. This is a hidden gem. I should be selling this guide for like hundreds of dollars, but it is $11. $11. I did not stutter. You're welcome. I want you to be able to grow a badass audience too, okay? It's part of your business growth, it's part of being online. Obviously, you need an audience. I have grown my Instagram audience to over 130,000 followers using these exact strategies that I gave you in the guide, okay? I am not hiding anything. I still use these strategies today. My clients use them. This guide is golden, okay? And there's a cute little challenge at the end because who doesn't love a good challenge that you can like take and stretch yourself? The link to grab that audience growth guide is in the description of today's episode. What makes it super easy is just the way that I've broken it down inside the guide so that it's so easy for you to implement. Like, you know what you need to be doing daily, weekly, and monthly to be able to grow your Instagram account and grow really any platform online that you're looking to grow. You guys, I started with 0 followers, okay? And I constantly felt like I was up a few followers and then like down 7, like it felt like a never ending battle. I don't want that for you, okay? So, my audience growth, it has led to meeting so many of you guys and getting in touch with so many of you guys online, which I love so much. It has brought me so many amazing clients. I want the same thing for you. So make sure you grab that. The link to grab that is in the description of today's podcast episode. You do not want to miss this. We don't know how long I'm going to keep this one out for. Okay. So if you've had your eye on it, get it now. Well, it's $11. That is linked in the description of today's episode. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Okay, so about a month ago, 6 weeks ago now, which is insane because it feels like I have lived 27 lives in that time, I did an exercise for my higher level self. But this exercise was on steroids. Okay, this is like, it's really unlike anything I've done for looking at my higher level self, my next level goals. We're talking big ideas, big moves, big action. And then it's no coincidence that this has also led to big results for me. So I want to break down a little bit really quickly for you what the higher level self conversation is, because chances are you've heard this on the internet already. Higher level self is really looking at that version of you that already has the things you want. So if you want a 6-figure income, it's the 6-figure version of you. If you want a multi 6-figure income, it's the multi 6-figure version of you. It's the 7-figure version of you. It's that next level of you, like how you are, what you think, what you do throughout the day, how you act in your business, the types of offers you have, the way you are in your lifestyle. It is everything in all of the categories, okay? I did this exercise, but on steroids, you guys. And it's funny how quickly things are being checked off that list, sometimes without me even realizing. So a lot of it, I'm like, yes, it's working. Here we are, the podcast growth being one of them. You guys know I've been sharing that journey with you guys. We've been hitting like milestone after milestone after milestone. It's actually mind blowing, like to the point where I'm like, rechecking it. Like, is that actually what just happened? Like, did we actually just hit that number? Did we actually just hit that mile marker? Like, it seems insane. But the reason for all of this is because I do the higher level self work. It makes everything you do more potent. Try saying that 7 times, more potent. It makes everything you do more potent, and it just magnetizes the results to you quicker, faster. This is where things seem to happen overnight. This is where the quantum leaps come from doing this higher level self work, okay? So things are being checked off left, right, and center. I'm talking to my mentor and I'm like, oh my God, I just realized this actually got checked off the list too, which is wild. But the key here is I put this on steroids. I am so clear that I'm more clear than I have ever been before, okay? And I'm so clear. I also am very clear on what actions I need to be taking next in my business, in my lifestyle, in my everyday, in the way I'm thinking, in the way I'm doing my offers, in the way I'm marketing. I am extremely clear because I am extremely clear on this. And then when I'm taking all of those actions, my actions just become so much more potent. And I stopped counting myself out for things. I had to stop counting myself out for things. And that's what I want to break down today too, because why not you? But the problem is we do this so naturally behind the scenes without ever really noticing it, ever really noticing that we're counting ourselves out. I would set goals to like start my podcast or start my YouTube, but not the goal that I really wanted, not the 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, not the million subscribers on YouTube, not the million downloads, not me. She is the person that has all of those. Look how long it took her to get to that point. I'm just starting, not me. We do this with our businesses too. You see someone absolutely killing it with their passive income and course sales. They're like selling 3, 4 courses a day. Immediately you count yourself out because you could never do that. You don't even think to set that goal. Instead, you're like, I would love to just sell a few a month. We settle for the goal that we think is possible for us, counting ourselves out all the time, and basically counting ourselves halfway in. And so I stopped counting myself halfway in. Now, is it awesome to sell a couple of courses a month? Absolutely. That's great. Like, trust me, you guys, I see someone's bought that $11 audience guide, and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. But we really count ourselves out when we're only looking at halfway of the vision, halfway or part way of the vision. I want you to start counting yourself in and really stretch yourself with this. What is the real vision you have for your next level self? You want the hot bod to go with it? Great. Start counting yourself in instead of halfway in. Why? Because when you get crystal clear on this in your next level self and you're really lit the hell up by it, everything you do becomes so potent and you close that gap quicker. And you look back in hindsight and think, oh my God, this is how it works. That's where things truly do start to feel like an overnight success. So, do we take lots of action as her, as that next level self? Hell yeah, we do. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it always starts with this clarity. So often we want to like take the action first, but this needs to come right before the action because this is where the clarity comes from. And this is where the potency behind your action comes from. You want to take full, potent action with the most juice behind it as possible, not the half ass action. So, today, when you're thinking about that next level version of you, I want you to stretch it further. I want you to think about that big next goal that you have, the one that feels impossible right now. That might feel like having a $200,000 a year or making 20K months or $1 million a year. That might feel like I'd love that someday, for sure, someday, but that feels impossible for this year. Impossible. You got that goal? The first thing coming to mind right now, pick it. And now I want you to 10x it. And I know automatically your brain wants to shut it down and turn off this episode and like tell you all the reasons why that's insane. And you're just knocking yourself out of the game this way. But you didn't come here to like play around and half ass this, not in my world. So start getting clear on her, that 10x version of that seemingly impossible goal right now. And either make a vision board of her or write down her qualities in the notes section of your phone, like get really detailed on all the categories of life: business, income, lifestyle, relationships, health, love, playtime, free time. Because when you're clear on her, you can get clearer on the actions that she would be taking and how she would be showing up and close that gap in no time. I told you guys it feels like I have lived 27 years in the last 6 weeks. This is why. So much has happened. I don't even know how to unpack it all. But all of this is one, getting very clear on what she is, being willing to set that big, huge, audacious goal for myself and doing it even when it doesn't look picture perfect. Like I was saying here, I'm taking the messy action with YouTube. And it's not the way I want the YouTube channel to launch. It's not the way I want it to look, but I'm willing to do it anyways. And because I'm not sitting around waiting, my results are not wait. I need another coffee. Because I am not sitting around waiting, my results aren't waiting either. It's time to put yourself out of the waiting fields and into the playing fields where all of the results happen. I am so excited to hear what comes up for you guys with this episode. I would love it if you guys left me a review. Let me know how you're liking the podcast episodes since we've changed them a little bit, what you would like to hear on next on the podcast, what you would love to see over on YouTube. Leave that for me in the reviews section of the podcast. I do read through all the reviews and I do take it into consideration when we are planning out the podcast episodes. So I'd love to talk on a topic that you might really love. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I will see you over in the next episode. Bye, you guys.